Hello friends, tonight I'm going to be making homemade sloppy joes. So when I grew up we used to have manwich sloppy joes in the can, and I always liked them. They were always a crowd pleaser, and I have found out that I can make them at home with some very simple basic ingredients. So we start off with 2 pounds of ground beef. So once this is browned, we'll be moving it over to a bowl and then putting our veggies in here. And so I like lining up my ingredients in the order that they're added to the recipe. So with a little bit of olive oil, we'll be adding in our onions and our green pepper. And once that cooks down a little bit, then we'll be adding in our garlic. And all I have on hand is some freeze-dried garlic, so that's all I'll be using. And then we'll be putting tomato paste, brown sugar. This has chili powder, salt, and pepper in it. And then this is ketchup. I like using the low sugar ketchup. And then some yellow mustard and some Worcestershire sauce. And that is as simple as sloppy joes is. In order to make this gluten-free, all you really need to do is use gluten-free buns. Tonight I just have regular buns for the family. I don't know if I'll be eating those or having something special. Or so, you know, a lot of times you can just have it, the meat plain. When I grew up, we also liked having it with cheese on top. So let's put the cheese out. Topping it with cheese. And then on the side, I'm planning on steaming up some broccoli. And so that's dinner. I will have the recipe linked below. I've used this recipe multiple times and I really do like it. The only modifications I've had is, like I said, reduced sugar and salt version of ketchup. I don't put in the optional red pepper flakes or the optional dash of hot sauce, because when I grew up, sloppy joes were not spicy. And then they say like 0.67 of a green bell pepper and one large yellow onion, which is a little bit silly. So I just have a note saying just have equal amounts of green pepper and onion and you'll be fine. So let me break up this meat and get it browning. I forgot to defrost the meat overnight, but it'll work. When I was growing up, a vast majority of the time we forgot to defrost the meat. I remember browning meat that was frozen. You just scrape off the edges until you get it all browned. That was one of the first things I learned to do in the kitchen, was brown meat. So I'd be curious, what was your first item that you learned to do in the kitchen? Just so we can get to know each other, please feel free to comment below where you're tuning in from. I am located in Texas. I have lived in California and Arizona. And I've traveled a little bit outside the United States. I've been in Japan and Mexico. I'd love to do more traveling. One of Wes and I's dreams is to be able to visit every state in the United States. And then do some international travel. We do actually have our passports, because there was an idea of us going to Canada for his job before COVID hit, and now that's sort of not happened anymore. Not happened as planned. The only thing in here that's particular that I don't necessarily always have in my kitchen is the green bell pepper. Everything else we always have in the kitchen, so it's really a simple recipe to put together in terms of getting extra groceries. Okay, we're all broken up. This is 90% ground beef, so it shouldn't give off a lot of fat. But I'm going to go ahead and drain it, or it's really not going to be a lot. So I think I'll just line my bowl with paper towels. West has been needing to have a lower fat diet, so even though it's not a lot of fat, I just don't want to make sure it's as low as possible. Dog's really excited. I used to have a dog. We called her the piranha. She would always be in the kitchen, always hovering at your feet, looking for anything that dropped. Nowadays, our dogs are old and slow and don't pay attention, but they will eventually find that meat. Okay, so just a little bit of olive oil. There's already some fat in there for the meat. I like putting things away as I use them, so by the time the recipe's done, the kitchen is clean. I don't think I'm going to blend the sauce this time. I tried cutting the veggies as fine as possible. So, okay. we are. We both decided to do open face sandwiches because sloppy joes are messy.
But they taste good.
Mm-hmm. I just put my cheese underneath it all because the hot meat will melt it.
I think it's better homemade than the canned stuff.
It's been a long time since I've had the canned stuff, so I don't remember what it tastes like.
I still think it's better.
It's all tasty. So I encourage you to try making it at home. It really is a pretty straightforward recipe. And I've made that recipe several times and I know it works out well. So
Really tastes good, really quick. And you'll enjoy it. We'll save you a serving. Hurry on up.
thank you for joining me tonight in the kitchen. Hope you have a good day. And in the meantime, feel free to like and subscribe.
Thank you.